But we do begin tonight with the breaking news from the Supreme Court. The nation's highest court late today agreeing to hear former President Donald Trump's claim of absolute immunity from prosecution for actions he took while in office. The move comes after a lower court, a federal appeals court, had unanimously rejected Donald Trump's claim. This move from the Supreme Court to decide this will delay the federal case brought by special counsel Jack Smith for Trump's alleged actions to overturn the election and January 6th. So tonight here, how soon could the Supreme Court decide this? And if they don't decide in Donald Trump's favor, would there still be time for this federal trial before the presidential election? Our team answering it all, and ABC's David Muir leading us off tonight.
Tonight, the Supreme Court says it will take up former President Donald Trump's claim of absolute presidential immunity as he faces criminal charges brought by special counsel Jack Smith for alleged efforts to overturn the results of the 2020 election. The court now taking on a monumental unanswered question. Can a former president be criminally prosecuted for actions taken while in office? A federal appeals court earlier this month unanimously rejected Trump's immunity claims, saying former President Trump has become Citizen Trump. Any executive immunity that may have protected him while he served as president no longer protects him against this prosecution. The justices stepping into the middle of a divisive debate over Trump's conduct after the last election as he's set to become the Republican nominee a third time. Trump blasting the charges against him on the campaign trail.
And the president has to have immunity.
And tonight saying without immunity, a president will not be able to properly function or make decisions. The news tonight, a major setback for special counsel Jack Smith, further delaying a potential Trump trial that much closer to the presidential election.
All right, so let's get right to Devin Dwyer, who covers the Supreme Court for us. Devin, when will the Supreme Court hear arguments in this case? And of course, the question people at home are going to want to ask, how soon could the court decide this?
David, the court says it will hear oral arguments in this case on April 22nd. That's an incredibly fast timetable, and a decision on immunity for former President Trump could come as soon as early May, but certainly by the end of June, David.
So they'll take this up in late April. They'll hear arguments. A decision could come weeks later. Devin Dwyer leading us off. Devin, thank you. Let's get right to ABC News Supreme Court contributor Kate Shaw. Kate, a couple of quick questions for viewers at home tonight trying to make sense of it all. What does history tell us about how quickly the Supreme Court might decide this?
Well, David, under normal circumstances, a case like this probably would be decided at the end of June. But there is definitely precedent for the court moving much faster in a case like this. And here I think the court can and should move more quickly. In 1974, President Richard Nixon asked the court to basically hold he didn't have to turn over Oval Office recordings. The court heard oral arguments and less than 3 weeks later ruled unanimously against him. So the Supreme Court has a very strong unanimous Court of Appeals opinion. If it wanted to affirm that opinion, it could do it in a matter of weeks.
Kate will be watching that. In the meantime, if it's May or perhaps weeks later in June, how does this determine whether or not a federal trial could move forward? Because it still puts it all right in the vicinity of the Republican National Convention and, of course, within months of the election.
I think the decision today makes a trial difficult but not impossible. So I think that if the case gets sent back to the district court for trial, if it's May, there still could be a trial maybe late this summer. If it's late June, I think we're getting close to impossible. So I think we are very much on a knife's edge here, and it really is in the hands of the Supreme Court whether we're going to see a trial or not.
Kate Shaw with us tonight as well. Kate, thanks as always.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.